How you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm doing great. Things are going good. Got good stuff coming up soon,
Love
and
it.
I'm having Dr. Kiltz on my channel tomorrow,
Oh,
and then
love that.
I'm having my meetup this weekend. It's
Yeah,
just a carnivore dream right now. This week it's going good.
yeah, I love that. What time is your broadcast tomorrow?
5 p.m. Eastern.
5 p.m.
So
Eastern. The kilts. Well,
yeah,
I'm not sure I'll
Dr.
be.
Kiltz in the meat locker.
Yes, that is awesome. He will be in Orlando, Florida, this weekend at the Keto Orlando Summit,
Oh, great.
and I will be there as well. I'll actually be in Orlando tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be there by 5. I'll probably be on the road somewhere around that time. But it depends. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But if I'm down there in time and checked in and all that, I will definitely pop on that stream and say hey, and probably say something ridiculous in the chat. You know how I roll. So
Yeah, come on in. I
that's how we do
appreciate you
it.
coming.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. It's he's a really good guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing him. Gonna hit
he's
him
got
up
great
on that.
energy.
Oh yeah,
Great,
man, what a
great
great
energy.
guy! You guys aren't familiar with Dr. Robert Kiltz and his world famous ice cream and his world famous 5 a.m. live streams.
Ice cream.
You definitely should. He's a great, great guy, great carnivore doc, and all around good guy. Got to hang out with him some in Texas, and looking forward to seeing him again here later on this week in Florida. But
Wow.
that's cool, man. Yeah, we were just talking about traumatic duck mating, and we were talking about picanha earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My nephew is here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? My
Hey,
nephew Levi is here.
hey, Levi.
Hope he's staying out of trouble. He's out of school, summertime. He's had an eventful summer. Went to summer camp and been riding his dirt bikes and stuff. He's a great, great kid. Love him.
That sounds like a good summer to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Rhett still doesn't have a coat in that cooler. That's right. He doesn't need one either, man. He's right at home there. But no, I love that, man. So, but anyway, what did you eat this week, man? What have you been eating?
Oh, I had a bone-in ribeye for dinner tonight, and this morning I had 8 chicken eggs and a little bit of bacon.
Love that.
So,
Okay, but you know what the $1,000,000 question I'm going to ask you is? I'll give you one guess what I'm going to ask you.
do I do I have?
No, I was
Can't
just going
think
to
of
ask you, did you dry brine the steaks? That's what I'm
Oh,
going
did
to
I
ask.
dry brand the steak? No, I didn't have time tonight.
Didn't do it this
But
time? Yeah.
I'm gonna dry brine one for the cookout Sunday, and I
Yeah.
might do one for tomorrow too.
Now, you did the 24-hour dry brine. So are you going to stick with that or are you going to try less?
The 24-hour was pretty darn good, and it's
Okay.
easy to do because I just thaw it out and then it's ready to go to pull out and go to dinner the next day. So I kind
No,
of like the
that is.
24-hour.
For those who, I mean, I've told you this, obviously, I know other people, I've said it a couple of times. I've done it 24, 12, and 4 hours, and my palate is not refined enough to tell the difference. I mean,
I can't either.
it's like, I have an ignorant palate. It's, it's the opposite of a refined palate. See, people like Julia, who are, refined, cultured,
But honestly, I can't tell the difference between brining it for an hour and brining it overnight. I've
Oh,
done
no,
it.
you can definitely tell the difference between an hour and 4 hours. But my palate's
Okay.
not that. It's not that ignorant. I can tell that.
Oh,
But from 4 to 12 and 12 to 24,
ah,
I just didn't. The only thing I didn't. Okay, here, let me rephrase. I didn't really notice a difference in tenderness, and there was just a slight saltiness in the rest of it, as far as flavor. So, I care more about the tenderness than the flavor.
Right.
So for me, that's what it's more about. Flavor's important though. Yeah, I'm not minimizing it, but it's more important that it's tender and juicy because I can add salt or add seasoning. That's easy. It's not easy to tenderize a tough, something that's not, tough. So yeah, I would try that, Brett, and see. You might find out bang for the buck. It's just not worth it because man, I can understand 24 hours. Yeah, you got to really be planning ahead. If you want to eat, the next day, you're like, oh, I better, if you're brining for 24 hours. But if you're brining for 4 hours, shoot, man, I yesterday I made 2 ribeyes and a big section of picanha, and it was like noon, and I pulled them out of the fridge, hit them with the brine, set them there at 4 o'clock. The grill was hot.
Yeah.
I oiled them up, peppered them, put them right on there. They were nice room temperature. The salt was totally gone. They were dark blood red, and man, they were so good.
Oh, that sounds
And so, it's one of those things. So you give that a whirl, you may find it.
I thought it made the steak very tender and gave it just a little bit of a flavor change from normal.
I don't know anybody.
Like a richness.
I probably told 50 people about dry brining over the years. I haven't met not one single person hasn't said it was an improvement. Like, some people are like, yeah, it was so much more tender. Some people are like, oh, it was so much more flavorful. Some people are like, it's both more tender and more flavorful. But everybody I've ever met that was like, dry brine, what's that? Or, every single one of them was like, dude, I will never make a steak again without dry brining it. Now, people do it for different times. I know people that do it for just an hour. I know people do it for 4 hours. I know people that do it for 12. I know people do it for 24. And they all have their different reasons. But I, like I said, bang for the buck, 4 hours, it's primo for me. So, but no, I love that, man. And hopefully, like I said, you'll do some experimentation, and maybe you'll find a little different. Because I know you're better than me at that stuff. I'm so simple. I know you got rubs and different things you make and all kind of stuff, man. So you're like a scientist, man. You're like a mad meat scientist, man. Here's the other thing too. Another thing that could be interesting. I've never done this. I don't know if anybody else has. Maybe I'll look for a video. Is if you could dry brine with your seasonings. So like you hit it with some salt and your rub and set it for that 12 hours or 24 or 4 hours or whatever, because if you watch it under a time-lapse photography, you put the salt on, it gets it pulls moisture out, and then it goes back in, dissolves all the salt, soaks up the salt. I wonder if you had rubs and seasoning in that, when that moisture comes out, those seasonings maybe dissolve a little bit and get soaked into the meat as well.
Sure would.
I don't know. It's just something. Maybe I'll try that in the next batch. Just put a little bit of maybe additional seasonings, maybe on one side, maybe not on both sides, and just see how it turns out. Yeah, because I don't want it to be too salty or too. I just don't. I don't want to mess up good meat. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so not that I haven't many times before. I don't want to mess up good meat anymore.
Going forward.
I don't want to mess up good meat again.
Right.
But I'm going to try that maybe the next time when I get back. I'll throw some steaks, and I use a few different. Well, as we talked about them, I use Redmond salt has just a kind of a generic seasoned salt that they do. It's just garlic powder, onion powder, salt. I think there might be a little black pepper and paprika in it, maybe. It's pretty simple. And I use that for a lot of stuff. So I may try that. I'm going to salt both sides, put some seasoning on just one side, just put it on the top, and see what happens. I'll be curious to see what it looks like. If maybe the salt dissolves but the seasoning stay on, I don't know. Maybe it all dissolves in. I don't know. Be interesting.
When I dry brined mine for 24 hours, I flipped it a couple times. So because it would dry on the top and then the bottom would be wet on the plate. So
Oh,
I'd
gotcha.
flip
So
it
you didn't
over.
have a rack.
I didn't
Gotcha.
put it on it. I didn't have a rack to put it on. So I
Yeah.
flipped
Gotcha.
it
Me
around
either.
a couple times and
Yeah.
got it to where it was pretty well dried on both sides. And
Now I
it
don't.
was
Now
great.
that's interesting because I don't. I have some racks, but I never use them or seldom use them. I would say. I should say. Um, I just put them on a silicone cookie sheet kind of thing, and I set them out on the counter. I don't have any pets or anything to get into them. And like I said, I put them out, salt on both sides, and sit them there. And I don't flip them out on anything. And there's never really any liquid. So I mean, I guess some could evaporate off just from the air,
Yeah.
and some of it gets soaked back in. But there's not any liquid to speak of by the time I get done. Maybe just a drop or two. But I've
Yeah.
never tried flipping them. Um, but now that you mention it, now that I think about it, the bottom is moist. It's not like fluid running everywhere, but it's definitely moist. The top is definitely dry, dark red, and the bottom, when I flip them over, is kind of moist and also dark red. But yeah, that's interesting.
I
Hey
use
Rick,
Uh,
what are you eating for dinner there, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, I've got ground beef stew and I've got cheese to go with it. So it's pretty basic stuff. It's a typical Rick ground beef with some cheddar cheese.
Looks like
Okay,
there's something
you
else
said-
in that ground beef. What was in there?
I was gonna say,
There's
you
some
got
piece of pork in there.
iguana beaks. What do you got?
Well, there's like pork fat in there because I'm a little bit low on beef because it's so expensive. So I've had to mix it with pork pieces.
Gotcha. You said
Nice.
beef, ground beef stew. I was gonna say, I wonder what else is in that stew there. If it's a
Yeah,
stew,
that's
that
okay.
means that's meat.
Ground beef, and then some cheese.
Nice.
Yeah, no iguana nostrils.
No,
You
there's
don't
no
have-
iguana. I haven't been able to get one.
Ah,
When I get
yeah.
one, look, when I eat iguana, I eat it just straight. I'll take the iguana pieces,
Straight
I'll
up.
cook them up, and then I peel the skin off and eat it. You can see me with my iguana preparation in my videos. I'm not sure if I ever made an iguana eating video, but I definitely have. I have a video where I caught one by the tail in my yard, and I've had videos where I had a bunch in the sink and carve them up and cook them up. I got a few in there.
Yeah. Have
I
fun
had
for it.
someone comment.
Yes, I'm in
One time I got
Florida.
a comment
live in-
that I don't eat iguana. I said, "Do you haven't watched my videos?"
Oh. That's funny. My man D Fordham's in the building. What's up, baby? Good to see you, man. Since your boy killing me with the eating, man. That's my man Rick. Hey, he's hungry, he eats. And this is a keto cookout anyway, baby. It's a cookout. So
It's a cookout. I'm
you're
cooking
supposed
while
to
I'm
eat.
talking.
Yeah, hey, it's a virtual cookout for some of us. It's a real cookout for others. And
Right.
man, listen, I think somebody just pulled up. I think I hear somebody in the driveway.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at everybody!
Hey, Dr. Nelson.
Hello.
It's our man Doc V. Man, you can't have a party without Doc V in the building, brother. How you doing, man? He always has a delay, man. I don't know. We gotta listen. We're gonna pass the hat around. We're gonna start a GoFundMe and get Doc V some earbuds, man, so he can be on the live. Yeah, I'm gonna start the GoFundMe page this week, and I'm gonna see you here in a couple of days, man. I'm gonna bring you some earbuds, socks, or headphones or something, because my man has always got the big delay. You hear me?
So besides you, Ross, anybody else gonna be in Orlando?
No, just be me and you, brother. Just the two of us.
Brett's got his own thing over there on Sunday, I guess.
Yep. Having a meet up on Sunday.
All right.
Meet up with a cookout combo.
I think
Should
G
be
Brown
fun.
will be down there. You know G.
I hope so.
No,
She's definitely invited.
She's going to be in Florida. I
Yeah,
talked to her.
She's going on a cruise.
Yeah. I think she's coming to one or two days in Orlando. But she told me that, so I'll see her there. But yeah,
But
I don't know.
she's not gonna be in the over the weekend.
No, she's just coming one day. I can't remember which day. It's Friday or Saturday. One of those days she'll be there. Can't remember which one. And there's folks there. Of course, the doctors and stuff. Sandy, my friend Sandy Mack from the Villages. She'll be down there as well. So you know her. You met her in Texas. Tall, blonde lady. Very sweet, super sweet, great person. So yeah, it'll be a nice group and much smaller. It'll only probably be 200 people or so, I'm going to guess. So a lot more time to talk with the speakers, a lot more time to talk with one another. It's just a whole different atmosphere.
Sounds nice.
Much different atmosphere than like a big event like, KetoCon. Hey, look who it is, everybody. It's my girl, Nurse Laura Russell. Good to see you, sis.
Hello.
Always good to see you. She's here. She is here probably to say something smart in the chat. Something rude to me. I'm sure she'll find a way to be rude to me. But I kind of like that. Yeah, so it'll be fun, man. It'll be fun. So you and Doc, you trying to put together a meetup on Sunday?
Yes. Yesterday and today we were talking. We might. I already called, made the reservation, passed it on to Dr. Kiltz, and he's doing his thing. He's gonna let me know tomorrow or the day after. But there's a Brazilian steakhouse called Rodizio Grill.
Mm-hmm.
This thing on Sunday ends at apparently about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So at noon to 2 is not definite yet, but it's very, very likely.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely catch up with you then, because like I said, last year I left, late Saturday night because it's only 130 miles or so for me. So I left late Saturday night last year. But if you guys are doing that, I'll stick around and
it's not a busy schedule on Sunday. If you look at
that's what I said. I didn't go at all on Sunday. I hung out Saturday night and then left after late, like around 11 o'clock or so on Saturday night last year. So this year, like I said, if you're going to do that, I'll stick around the extra time. Make sure I have some time to hang out with you guys. It'll be fun. But
I'll be part of a Q&A panel on Saturday.
Yes, that's what she said. I talked to Erica, and she mentioned that. She said that spot was filled that you had originally saw, but she was going to do a round table, I think.
Yeah,
so
waiting for someone to confirm, basically.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows Doc V is a rock star, man. He's on all the panels and all these doctor panels and stuff. He's I appreciate you, man, coming on down here, lowering your standards and coming on hanging out with me down here, brother. I appreciate it. You're not big timing me like Tony Hampton. Shout out to Doc Hampton. I'm gonna cuss him out when I see him this weekend.
I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Yeah. He's a good dude. Good dude.
Did you watch the diabetes reversal live last Saturday?
No. You mean with you? Yeah, when you guys were on on Carrie's channel.
Yep.
Yeah, I sent in a super chat. I told Dr. Berry, I said Dr. Berry is a great guy, but his books have too many words and not enough pictures.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, so me, I've always got something silly to say.
All right. So I'll see you Friday. Bye,
yes,
everybody.
I will be there.
Take it easy, Dr. Nelson.
Yep. Appreciate you popping by, Doc.
Oh.
Yep. That's right. You would
I had a real nice conversation with him in Texas.
Yes, that's
funny.
exactly right. Well, I think you're sick anyway. How about that? Yep, that is my sister right there. She is the best. Check out Russell Brands if you need some tooth powder, or if you're stinky, or you got ashy kneecaps and elbows. You can go to russellbrands.com and get you some homemade lotions and some tooth powders and all kind of shampoos and things she's got on there, and
Yeah,
she will get you together.
I ordered some stuff from her. I'm currently using her tooth powder and
Yeah.
her shaving balm. Her tallow-based shaving balm is great.
Nice.
Yes,
Really makes my face feel nice after the shave. Really nice close shave. Doesn't give me any kind of irritation or anything.
That's awesome.
yeah.
And I've got a
I love
lip
that,
balm from her and one other thing. Oh, a shampoo. I'm using the shampoo bar, and and that works really great too. So
Yeah, I
all
love
of Laura's
that,
stuff
man.
so far has been great.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I had some of the tooth powder. It's only for teeth because I dropped some in the sink and burned a hole through my sink. So I just no, I'm just kidding. Just make sure you only get it on your teeth because it'll burn a hole right through your sink, people, if you leave it sitting there too long. Okay.
Oh, man.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It does not burn a hole through your sink. Rick is in there with Rick has got Rick makes his own tooth concoction out of iguana blood and baking soda. That's how that and Doug Webfoot toe jam. That's how he does it. Just like
This is lard and this is baking soda.
Yes.
All you have to do is put lard on your toothbrush and then dip it in baking soda and start brushing. It's very simple.
And there you have it.
That's
So
what
there's
I
no
use on my
iguana
teeth.
blood. So there's
You
no
got nice
iguana
white
blood
teeth,
in your
too.
tooth.
I hope not.
Yes.
Well, you're disappointing me. I would have bet anything that there was some iguana blood in your tooth powder. That's a tremendous disappointment to folks everywhere. I'm just saying.
Hey, Rick, how long have you been brushing your teeth that way?
Since I was a teenager.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's there you have it.
And you got zero
Yeah.
My biggest problem is finding hard toothbrushes. All the toothbrushes they sell now are that stupid soft toothbrush, which is totally useless because the first time you use it, it's like you ran over it with a truck. It just flattens out. I have to get the firm one. They don't have it anymore at Walgreens, except for the real big one that looks like something you brush your engine with. I guess that's a denture brush. It's too big to get in your mouth. So, unless I'm going to go to Home Depot or Harbor Freight and get one of those brushes, I have to order it. So that's the hard part, is getting the toothbrush, because if you use a soft toothbrush, you're going to kill it the first time you use it. And the medium, that's a joke too. And it makes me mad because when I was a kid, they had a lot of the firm toothbrushes.
They
Because
did.
people used to smoke so much back then, they needed it to get all that nasty nicotine and tar off of their teeth. But now they got these wimpy little soft toothbrushes. So I said, why in the world they sell these useless brushes? Well, because if we sell the firm brush, it makes people's teeth hurt and their gums hurt and they bleed. And I'm like, really? You got to be kidding.
Yeah,
Well,
it tells you how sick people are.
But
Yeah, because they're all inflamed. They're all inflamed with gingivitis.
You
That's
lubricate
like the
with
biggest
lard
hell is your
and the
dental
baking
health.
soda. They said, the baking soda will take the enamel off your teeth. Well, guess
No,
what?
it doesn't.
My teeth are still there. There's
Yeah,
so
your
much
enamel-
lard
Yeah,
on
hey.
them. It's like axle grease.
Exactly,
Yeah.
man. The plaque you can't accumulate any plaque or tartar. It just slides right off them teeth, man. When you eat. So it's got all that lard stuff on it, man.
Well,
listen,
understanding,
make your own
No.
toothbrush, man. You get you an iguana thigh bone and a Brillo pad.
You know, I
You should
know
see what-
it's weird since.
You should
Since
see
I've
what an
been
iguana
doing cardio.
tailbone did to my bicycle tire.
Oh no!
I was riding my
Oh.
bike. I ran over an iguana bone. It popped the tire.
Ouch!
That's what I'm saying, man. That's get you an iguana tailbone and a Brillo pad and make your own toothbrush out of it, man. Slather that
Fred
that
Flintstone
bacon
style.
grease and stuff on there, man, and you will be good as new.
Well,
Day in the life of Rick.
You can use the claws as a toothpick.
Yeah, yes, you could do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're the man. That's why he's here, man. Listen, you can't make this stuff up. My man Rick is yes, he's amazing. Every time he never disappoints me. That
Well,
is
you know,
amazing.
I
I
think
love it.
people think that I make this up. They probably think that I do
No.
it for attention. But I said, look,
No,
I make zero money off of YouTube, and the attention I get is not the good kind. It's not going to make me get any benefits. So I'm just showing you how I live. Everybody that
Yeah.
knows me knows I'm a quack and I'm crazy. You know, that's
I love it. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. I'm crazy too. That's why we get along so good.
And in this world, being crazy is a good thing.
100% authentic, old school Rick. Love it.
Man, that's my guy. That is my guy.
I make my own soap and everything.
So, like, the question for Mama Cracker is, Rick, do you use duck fat? Like, the question would be for what?
Duck fat is hard to get. That's the problem. You know, the ducks I have are quite lean, except for the ones that end up in the duck pen. Then there's a little bit of fat, but not that much. You know, I'm better off with lard or tallow because there's a lot more of that available than duck fat. But if there is duck fat, I will use it. I cooked eggs with it. You know, you can fry with duck fat, but it just takes so long to get some. And, you know, I mean, it's not really that useful to me. But if I have it, I'll use it.
Yeah, there you go. I guess Laura's got some new fancy soaps.
Ooh,
How about that?
nice.
Yeah, she sent me some tinctures, and I had a problem with the name of it. I don't think a grown-ass man should be using any product name with a tincture on it. I don't see how that's not masculine enough for me. I'm not. How do I tell it? Yes. Hold on just a minute. Let me get my tincture. No, I would not. No, I'm not. Yeah, I can't do that.
It's
I
like,
can't
let me
do
get my
that.
purse.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same concept. It's like, how you feeling? Oh, man. I feel like I'm coming down with something. I was, oh, well, did you take your tincture? No, I didn't. No, I did not take my tincture. Yeah, taking tincture sounds like something folks do in bathhouses. I'm not doing that. Have you ever had your tincture taken? No, I have not. I still have my intact tincture. Yes, I do. Yeah, so I don't know that listen, I can tell you this right now. If I take a tincture, I will take it to my grave. I'll tell you that no one will ever know that I took a tincture or had a tincture taken. I will take it to my grave with me. Yes, that's how I know. Name it something else. Yeah.
What you got now, Rick?
Oh, I always like to take my blood pressure at night just to see how close I am to the heart attack.
Not close enough.
No, your blood pressure is low.
I have a hard time getting over 100 on that top number. If I work really hard, I might be able to get to 120, but that's about it.
I was gonna say, your
My
blood
heart
pressure is
attack
lower
died.
than my self-esteem, man. I guarantee you, brother. It's low.
I mean, I
It's
can
lower
show
than
you
Brett's
what the last
IQ.
one was.
It's low.
Oh, no.
Oh man, I can't see it.
I saw a 94 over 55.
Yeah, that was the last one I took, 94 over 55.
There you
This should
go.
be higher because I've been moving around.
You'd think.
Yeah, man. I love that. Lauren says yes. Don't be afraid. I'm a tincture phobic. That's what yes. I'm a tincture. I got tincture phobia. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Proudly. Yeah. Yes. Julia she would not approve of me taking tincture. She would think so much less of me if she knew that I was.
Don't tell anyone.
Taking
That's
tincture down
exactly
the
right. I
thigh.
have to, yeah,
Don't tell
Hey,
anyone.
there you go.
Oh, wow. There you go. 123 over 57.
That's a pretty low diastolic.
Wow.
Not bad.
Cool.
It's that heart attack diet. I tell you, it's going to kill you every time. All that
Yeah.
saturated fat. Oh, it's deadly.
Oh yeah, it just jacks up your blood pressure. Oh yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
it does when
And
you
you
mix
know,
it with
I
coffee.
could pass out because my blood sugar is so low. I couldn't ride around on a bicycle or work all day digging a ditch because I don't eat
No,
those
of course not.
carbohydrates.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna listen, you're gonna pass out. To save it for a few weeks when you're back on the show again, because that'll be YouTube gold. If you, if I can get you, listen, if I can get you to eat a big bowl of iguana knuckles and pass out, that would yes, you win. That'll go viral.
You know, it's ironic. When I was a younger kid, I used to get higher blood pressure. My dad always had high blood pressure, even though he was a health nut. He'd sit there pumping that little thing and listening to his blood pressure. Every time he went to the doctor, it was sky high, you know. And then when I went on the heart attack diet, it was the opposite. Then they told me your blood pressure's too low. You're going to get a stroke. Oh, your blood pressure's too low. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to get a stroke if my blood pressure's low? That doesn't make sense. I always thought a stroke is when your blood vessel blew out like an old bicycle tire. But
Right.
I don't know. These
You got a
doctors.
clock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, on that note, folks, we have fulfilled our contractual obligation to the family this week. It's time for us to say goodbye to all the family. We're going to watch some Olympics. Hope you guys are watching the Olympics. Go USA. I love the Olympics. I'm very patriotic. I love the flags and the national anthem. They can play that over on a loop for me. And just love all the sports, man. I'm watching handball and all this. I love it, man. It's awesome. I just can't get enough of it. So I'll be watching the Olympics, and I will be in Orlando tomorrow night.
Have a safe trip.
With the folks. I appreciate that, and we'll try to get some footage and do some videos in there.
Bye,
And all that. And until next week, you guys take care of yourselves. Be good. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Shout out to my man Rick for filling in last minute, and Who's Your Carnivore and Julia for popping in there to keep me some company. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on.
Hey,
Anytime.
always, man. You know it's an open door anytime you want to be here. So
Never know
we'll see
what-
you guys. See you on the next one.
All right. See you, everybody.